Hi everyone, welcome. I thought we would do a get ready with me as I have been taking Christmas out and doing some rearranging. I have found several things that I have not used in a video or used at all. So I thought we would just do a get ready with me. Of course, there will be some chatting going along with that and try some new products. If you would like to get ready with me and hang out for a while and see my thoughts on these things, then please keep watching. I will say I have my happy coffee, I have my water, and I have my medication. So hopefully we are going to be able to do this. First off, because my face is still a little angry, as you can see, I don't know what is going on with it. I'm going to use this coconut spray from Wet n Wild. It's a 3-in-1 primer water, prep, set, and refresh. I don't remember who I heard talking about that. They were having some skin flare-ups also, and she loved this for that reason. I'm like, I have that, so let's give it a go. I'm going to clean this brush. Sephora had a couple of their pro brushes on their clearance site, and I had my last 20% off, so I grabbed a couple. This one is 41. They're a pro domed stippling brush. Lately, I've really been into putting my foundation on with the stippling brush and then going in with a beauty sponge and going back over that. The foundation that I'm going to use is the Milani Screen Queen foundation. This is a nice foundation. Now, if you like more than a medium coverage, you might be a little disappointed. I can get a medium, close to a medium coverage out of this, and that is building it, but it only builds so far, and then that's it. It's done. It will not build to more than a medium coverage on my skin anyway. But I do enjoy it. I get a nice wear time out of it. It looks nice on my skin. Because I have used that before, I do want to use this new primer that I bought to try. This is the POREfessional's Hydrate primer. This is a hydrating face primer that will also minimize the look of your pores. And I thought, wow, that's like awesome, because it seems as though lately my face just can't get enough moisture. I just got the little guy. Oh, it's colored. Okay. Has a little bit of a color to it. Stippling brush is not working, so let's just add a little more on. Okay, so I think I have it built up about all we're going to get there. Now, this does come in a glass bottle, and it does have a pump. If you enjoy a medium or lower cover foundation, if you like a light coverage, just a little something on your skin to protect it, especially in the cold winter months. But nevertheless, I have enjoyed this foundation. This has been enough. I have a new concealer. I hauled it probably a month ago, and I just pulled it out last week, and I have not stopped using it. I am crazy about it, but I'll share that with you here in just... I do not have a new brow product, so I'm going to do my brows. I'm going to use a L'Oreal stylist to do my brows. That's nothing new. I'm going to prime my eyes with the Anastasia primer and then correct the inner corner with the Belief. And then I'll be back and we will be ready to try my new eyeshadow palette. It's just a little one. And it's the second one because the first one came in smashed all over my order. But that's okay because they sent me one and I just got it today, so we're going to play with it. When I placed the order for the new Milani foundation, they had several new eyeshadow palettes out. I just wanted a small one because the last time that I tried a Milani eyeshadow palette, I had two of them actually. They just didn't work for me. I wasn't thrilled with them. So I just wanted a small palette. I ordered this one because the green was beautiful. This is the Outlaw Olive, number 12 from their new, I can't open it. This is the Milani Outlaw Olive Most Wanted palette. These colors, I don't know, they just spoke to me. So upon receiving it, when I ordered it, I thought this guy was matte. It feels like butter, I will say that. But it has a pretty heavy sheen, so I can't put that in my crease. If you can, I'm happy for you. This girl, no, no, no. It would not be good. And this was actually the first one that I found. This is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. So I'm just going to use these mattes where I need a matte as a transition color. I will try to use that one maybe as a brow color just so we can see what it looks like. I'm going to use as many of these colors so we can see how they work together. It appears that this one is a satin, and I think these guys are shimmers. Oh yeah. Yeah, those are shimmers. They feel amazing. And then we have the green and the brown that are mattes. So let's do it. I'm going to go into Flower Child. Use that as a transition. I'm going to use Sweetheart. Yes, Sweetheart next. And I'm just going to put it basically a sweep in the crease. There's a little bit of a coolness to this color that's really pretty, and I think it will be flattering once I get that green in there. I'm going to go in Jet Setter, and I'm going to use this one a little more cautiously, right deep in that crease. And just right here I have the droop. So I'm just going to kind of swirl right there, and it just gives it a little bit of a lift. And I don't do that as soon as I go in. I get some of the color off because I don't want like a brown spot there or something. Okay, I wanted to pull in some smaller brushes. I'm going to dip into that green. Boy, that is pigmented. Let's start it right out here. I want to play around with it for a minute and see. Sometimes when you get into a green and you go to blend that green, you blend the green out and all you have left is the base color. That does not appear to be the case here. It is staying very green, very pretty. Just kind of stippling it on right now. Very pretty. It is staying nicely green. I don't want to say anything too soon, but wow, Milani. See how nicely that blended? I mean, very little effort. I'm going to take this a little bit smaller brush. This is the Morphe 514 brush. Let me show you how much green. Now I did tap it off before I went on to my eye, and there was very little that came off. But I'm going to take the brown, a touch of the green, the brown, a touch of the green. That was a double touch, wasn't it? Make up your mind, Trish. And I'm just going to go right where my transition is and just kind of blur that line out just a little bit. Just a little. That brown. Tap it off good. I'm going to wipe that off and just blend right on that line. There's nothing on my brush. Okay, I did take a little bit of the L'Oreal Infallible concealer and I just placed it right here just to give these colors a little extra grip, which I usually just do out of habit for a drugstore palette from a company that I've had a little bit of issue with. But this one, so far, great. The mattes blended beautifully. Super impressed. So let me switch off brushes. I'm going to start with this color, and then I'm going to go to this color. This color is going to make me dislike the whole look. So I might be able to edge that in somewhere. I don't know. A little bit right. Oh, that's darker than I thought it was going to be. Oh, mama. That is applying beautifully. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and apply that one color because I want to use all the colors in the palette. Let's think outside of the box a little bit. Shadows pick up very nicely on the brush. You know what? That's not bad once I get it on there on top of that. Okay, now we're going to go into this color. Blend this one into the green. Does that have a green shift to it? It kind of does, so it blends into that green very nicely. After I get it cleaned up, I promise it'll look pretty. I'm going to take a much smaller, this is a Sonia Kashuk little tiny brush. I'm going to go into this bonish kind of champagne-y color. And I'm just going right up under my brow bone. Using all this, I have not cleaned it off. I have not blown off the excess. This is what the powder is. Not bad at all. Very creamy, very buttery. These are the colors applied with no extra because I put the concealer on my face. This is without, and you could do some blending and it would still be okay. I'm going to clean up my eye area, get my under eye primer on. I still use the Catrice. I love it. I swear by it. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to show you my new love. I could not believe this. It is absolutely gorgeous. I do need to do just a touch of color correcting before I go in with it. So I'm going to do that quickly now. My primer is on, and this is still the Belief. Y'all, I'm telling you, I think it's $5. It's $4 or $5 at Dollar General. Their mascara is good. This concealer is good. This concealer just totally blew me away. This is from Makeup Forever. This is their Ultra HD Light Adjusting Self-Setting Concealer. And you know me, I bought it just to prove it wrong. That's just what I do. And if you don't like to use this much concealer, you don't have to. I like to. It works for me. It's okay. I'm going to go in with a brush and get that moved around. Then I'm going to go in with my Blue Beauty blender. Make weird faces. I do not have a new bronzer, but I've been using this baked bronzer from Makeup Revolution. This is in Golden Days. It is so pretty now that I don't have a self tan on. Just driving me a little crazy. It still gives my skin a little bit of color, but I am so fair that if I would go in with much darker of a bronzer, it might not be very flattering. You know what I'm saying? I also do not have a new blush, so we're going to use Milani. This is Luminoso. This is such a pretty blush. I have so many red and pink tones in my skin that a lot of coral blushes don't always work for me, but this one always has. It's just so pretty. I'm going to go back in with that bronzer in a small brush. I did use a lot of powder, so I am going to go in with this coconut mist from Wet n Wild again, and then I'm going to use a setting spray that's going to lock it in and make it last for the rest of the day. And that will be my Morphe Continuous Spray. They had this on sale. I don't know if it still is, but it was on sale. Really good price. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken the 24/7 from Urban Decay in the color Zodiac, and I did my waterline with that. I went back into this palette that I can't open. There, I opened it. And I took a pencil brush and just blended this into my lash line and the very outer edge. I just closed that off with that beautiful green that stays true to itself. This is awesome. Then I went in with my Physicians Formula, the waterproof liner, and I did my liner and a little bit of a wing. Now, I heard someone talk about this, and the way they talked about this mascara, because y'all know I usually only do drugstore mascaras because I think there's some awesome ones in the drugstore. This mascara, they talked about it like it was the best thing ever. Volume Disturbia. Let me take it out of here. This is from Givenchy. Look at that gorgeousness. And let me show you the brush. And it almost smells perfumey, which I was like, ooh, I don't know how my eyes are going to feel about that. I'm going to use my Essence Primer. I wish I could remember who I was watching. Between our internet issues, I got hurt the Sunday before Christmas, and then Christmas Eve, my cousin had the flu, and my uncle passed away a few years ago, and they had 2 girls, and my aunt is at a nursing home. She's been in a nursing convalescent kind of a home since she had a really bad stroke. And my youngest cousin was calling to check on her big sister and didn't get an answer, and she got really worried, and she called my cousin's landlord, her sister's landlord, and she said, will you please go check on her? And they said, yeah. She was so sick with the flu, the landlord had actually gotten her medicine the day before and picked it up and taken it to her. And when he went in to check on her, she had passed away in a recliner. And that just, y'all know, it's difficult anyway. Here we go. Amaze me. No, do not make me fall in love with you. When I do a darker eye, I always do false lashes. And with this, I don't think I have to. It is even getting these little baby lashes down in the corner. You like the way I changed the subject so I didn't break into sobs. But anyway, our Christmas, of course we had heavy hearts, and I was talking to my cousin a lot because she had to take care of everything all herself, and she had never done anything like that before. Of course, Christmas Eve is when our family all gets together, and my granddaughter can make anybody feel better about life. We had such a nice Christmas Eve with them. There's just nothing like family being together. It was just so busy. It was like, you know, you prepare and you think you're ahead of the game, and then there's just so much running to do. And a part of me, I'm such a homebody. A part of me is just like, I want to stay home. But then my next thought is, we're not always going to be blessed and still have our parents here. You know what I mean? So we need to take advantage of that and go visit them and make sure they're having the best Christmas ever. And I need to curl my hair. And I have not used a curling iron. I think this will be the second time since I got my Dyson that I've used a curling iron. I'm not exaggerating. But I've got to curl my hair. So, oh please. This is Milani in Spice. That's what I used to line my lips with because I did not get a new lip liner. But I did get 3 new lippies from L'Oreal. These are their matte lip crayons. Kind of made me think of the Maybelline matte ink crayons that just came out. I got 3 colors. This is 508 Brulee Everyday. Brulee makes me think of a brown, not a red. Brulee Everyday. 507 Spice of Life. Let me roll that up there a little bit for you. That's a pretty red. Spice of Life. And 510 Tres Sweet. Tres Sweet? Tres something? Well, that's a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. I think I want to go with one of the reds, but I'm going to do the light one first. I do this so much just in every day. I'll start with a color and then I'll add and then I'll add. I'm probably going to clean this off and disinfect it and give it to my mom. This is much more her shade than it is mine. I don't know which of the reds I want to do. Let's try the bright one. Brulee Everyday. I'm just going to put it right on top. Of course, because I put it on a different one, a different color, it's probably a little bit muted down. But still, I think it's a really pretty color. Spice of Life. I'm telling you, these are very comfortable. L'Oreal Matte Lip Crayons. Very, very comfortable. Nicely pigmented. These are good. I think I kind of touched on everything. I didn't talk about the POREfessional, and I do feel as though my pores are a little bit minimized, so I'm going to keep trying to use this. I'm going to try it with other foundations because, like I said, this guy is so light, and once you build it, it only builds so far, and then you think you have achieved close to what you want, and then when you, after you think it's set, if you touch it with a beauty sponge or anything, it's going to pull off a little bit. That is what it does on my skin. I am having issues with my skin right now. And I'll be real honest, I don't know what's going on. I haven't changed anything in my skincare regimen. I haven't done anything. I don't know what's going on with that. This mascara, I meant to do another coat. Let's try one more application. Wow. I am impressed with this. I am super impressed with this. That is the finished look. Thank you all so much for coming in and hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. I love you all so much. I hope you know it. Your support means so much. When y'all commented such sweet things on my last haul video, that just, seriously, I was so upset about it going up without me having it ready, feeling like I had disappointed you, and then you guys just hit me with so much love and so much just support and sweetness, and I can't thank you enough. I really can't. It's going to be a good year. 2020 is going to be a good year. I refuse to claim or speak out anything else. Thank you all again so much. I hope that you have an amazing day. Know that you're loved. Know that you're cared about. And I will talk to you in the next video.